The tale of two hungry dogs, Max and Rocky. The cold wind howled through the narrow alleyways of the city, carrying the scent of garbage and distant food. Max, a scruffy brown Labrador mix, lifted his nose, sniffing desperately. His ribs showed through his fur, a sign of days without a proper meal. Beside him, Rocky, a bulky but clumsy Rottweiler mix, whined. "I'm so hungry, Max. When are we eating?" Max sighed. "We have to be smart. The humans throw away good food near the big metal bins, but we have to get there before the others." The others were the stray dogs that ruled different parts of the city. Some were friendly, but many were desperate and dangerous. As they crept toward a restaurant's back alley, a growl stopped them. A massive, scarred German shepherd, Brutus, blocked their path. "This is my territory," he snarled. "Get lost or I'll make you regret it." Rocky bared his teeth, but Max nudged him. "Not worth it, let's go." They retreated, their stomachs growling louder than their pride. Days passed, and the cold grew worse. Then, one evening, Max caught a new scent, fresh meat. Following it, they reached a small butcher shop. An old man was tossing scraps to a skinny cat. Max's tail wagged. "If we show him we're friendly, maybe he'll feed us too." Rocky hesitated. "What if he chases us away?" "We won't know unless we try." Slowly, Max approached, head low, tail wagging gently. The old man noticed him and smiled. "Well, hello there." He tossed a piece of meat. Max caught it mid-air, and Rocky's eyes lit up. For the first time in weeks, they ate until they were full. But Brutus was watching from the shadows, his eyes gleaming with jealousy. The old butcher, Mr. Henderson, started leaving scraps out every evening. Max and Rocky made it their routine, hide during the day, then sneak to the shop at dusk. Sometimes Mr. Henderson even patted their heads, murmuring, "Good dogs." One night, as they licked the last bits of meat from the pavement, Rocky sighed happily. "Maybe we don't have to fight anymore. Maybe this is home now." Max wanted to believe it, but his ears twitched at distant growls. Brutus and his pack were nearby, watching. "It's not that easy," Max muttered. "We have to earn this." Just then, a yelp echoed from the alley. A small terrier, Patch, was cornered by Brutus. "You think you can steal from my streets?" Brutus snarled. Max hesitated, but Rocky charged forward with a booming bark. "Leave him alone!" Brutus turned, teeth bared. "You again? Fine. Tonight, you learn your place." The fight was brutal. Brutus was bigger, but Rocky was stronger than he looked. Max darted. "In!" biting Brutus's leg to distract him. Patch scrambled away, whimpering. "Run!" Max barked. But Brutus's pack arrived, 3 snarling strays circling them. Max and Rocky stood back to back, fur bristling. Then, whack! A broom came down. "Between them, enough!" Mr. Henderson stood in the doorway, scowling. "Get out of here, you mangy mutts!" He swung again, and Brutus yelped, retreating with his pack. Panting, Max looked up at the butcher. Would he chase them away too? But Mr. Henderson sighed. "You, too, always causing trouble." Then, to their shock, he opened the shop door wider. "Come on, just for tonight." Inside, the shop was warm, smelling of smoked meat and spices. Mr. Henderson laid out old blankets in a corner. "Stay there, and no stealing." Rocky collapsed onto the blankets, sighing. "This is the best night ever." Max stayed alert, listening. Brutus wouldn't forget this. And what if Mr. Henderson changed his mind? But as the old man turned off the lights, he muttered, "Guess every stray deserves a chance." For the first time in years, Max slept without fear. Days passed. Mr. Henderson let them stay in the shop's storeroom at night. And in return, Max and Rocky guarded the place. Once, Max even barked at a thief trying to break in, scaring him off. But Brutus hadn't given up. One evening, as Max sniffed around the alley, he caught Brutus's scent, stronger, closer. Then he saw them, Brutus and his pack, lurking near the butcher's trash bins. They're planning something, Max growled. Rocky yawned. So? We're safe inside now. But Max's instincts prickled. Brutus wasn't just after food anymore. He wanted revenge. That night, Max woke to a strange smell, smoke. He bolted up, barking. Rocky snorted awake. What? Fire! Max scratched at the storeroom door. The shop's front was glowing orange. Mr. Henderson stumbled out of his upstairs apartment, coughing. The shop! Max didn't think. He dashed toward the flames, Rocky at his heels. Outside, Brutus and his pack watched, eyes gleaming. Had they done this? No time to wonder. A window shattered from the heat. Mr. Henderson tried to rush in, but the smoke was too thick. Then Max saw it, the gas line near the back. If the fire reached it... Rocky, we have to help! Max's paws burned against the hot pavement as he circled the building. The fire roared, swallowing the butcher shop's wooden beams. Through the smoke, he spotted the broken gas line, a deadly snake hissing in the shadows. Rocky coughed, his thick fur smudged with ash. Max, we can't! We have to! Max barked. His eyes darted to the rusty water valve near the alley. He'd seen Mr. Henderson use it to wash down the meat racks. Rocky, turn that valve! I'll get help! As Rocky lunged for the valve, Max sprinted toward the gathering crowd. He grabbed a woman's scarf in his teeth, tugging her toward the fire. What the? She yelped. Others followed. Meanwhile, Rocky wrestled with the valve, his muscles straining. Clank. Water gushed from the pipes, dousing the flames near the gas line just as they licked closer. Brutus watched from the shadows, his pack uneasy. The terrier, Patch, whimpered. They're going to die in there! A memory flashed. In Brutus's mind, his old owner years ago shoving him into the street after a fire destroyed their home. Useless mutt! With a snarl, Brutus charged into the smoke. Max staggered back as the massive German shepherd barreled past him, straight toward a flaming beam about to collapse on Rocky. Brutus knocked Rocky aside just as the wood crashed down onto Brutus's hind leg, a yelp of pain. Then silence. By dawn, the fire was out. The shop's front was charred, but the back and the neighborhood was saved. Paramedics checked Mr. Henderson as he stared at the dogs. Max panted at his feet. Rocky leaned against his side, and Brutus lay on a stretcher, his leg bandaged. A vet shook her head. This one's a fighter. He'll limp, but he'll live. Mr. Henderson wiped soot from his face. Then slowly, he knelt. You three, you saved me. His calloused hands touched each of their heads. No more alleys. You're home now. 1 year later, Max dozed in a sunbeam, his belly round with steak scraps. Rocky happily carried a giant bone to his spot on the refurbished shop's porch. Brutus, now with a slight limp, stood guard, not as a tyrant, but as protector of the stray's mister. Henderson fed daily, and when the wind carried the scent of rain, or maybe distant garbage, the three dogs just sighed, knowing their bowl and their hearts would always be full. The end.